And I had started submitting my retirement documents 18 months beforehand to get them through the chain of command, get everything approved, do my required, mandated trainings to retire.
Right.
And so, you know, dental, medical exams, all the, the admin, everything was done, right? And it was submitted. So when I get to ACU 5, I told them, I'm retiring in like 60 days. Everything has been submitted already. Here's the documentation that everything has been approved by Bupers and the chain of command. And here's all the documents that you guys, can have so that you see that everything's done. And they were like, okay, good to go, right? And so I put in my terminal leave. They approved it, and I go on leave, right? And then I
Mm-hmm.
retire. Um, I, you know, uh, something fell through the cracks with my documents, and I didn't get my retirement pension until July of this year. So I didn't get any money from October 2021 to July of this year. I had
Wait a
been
minute. Now, wait a
working.
minute. Uh,
Yeah,
You hadn't gotten your retirement pay from 21, you say, till this year.
July 2024.
You gotta tell me about that.
Yeah. So when I don't get my pension about 90 days after retirement, I start making phone calls, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I work with Bupers, and I'm working with the civilian side because I'm now retired. And they, gave me different directions. I filled out different forms. I mailed them requesting, right? Requesting um, for me to get my pay and my retirement status because I was still showing as active or separated, but not retired. And eventually, after being bounced back and forth between different sections in Bupers, um, they come back to me about a year later or more and say, "We can't help you. You have to go
What?
back to your last active duty unit to get retired." And I'm like, "What? You just made me lose all this time when you could have told me that from the very beginning." So I go to my last active duty unit, which was ACU 5, and they were great. I mean, they made it happen quickly. They helped me out, fast. There was a senior chief PS that helped me out, you know, to get the process going.
Mm-hmm.
It gets submitted. I get my DD 214, but I still don't get my pay. And so I'm calling Bupers. Bupers is pointing the finger at PSD. PSD is pointing the finger at what is DFAS. And so there is, those three are just. So I'm trying to get to the bottom of, okay, I'll do the job, I'll do the work. Just tell me what I need to do. Well, no, you can't, because whatever form we get, this is what DFAS told me. Whatever forms we get, they have to come from Bupers, from the Navy. They can come from you. And I said, everything you need, I have, and it's from the Navy. I can give it to you. We can't take it. It has to come from the Navy. And so after a lot of back and forth, I said, you know what? I have been very patient. I have been working on this for a long time, and you guys are just bouncing me around. You guys, nobody will take responsibility. So I contacted my congressman, which is Daryl Issa in Riverside County, and I told him what was happening. And they were like, this is, and they were like, let me guess, Navy. And I said, how do you know? They said, Navy is the only one that does this, and you're not the only one. There are many in the same boat,
Oh my
because they said the
gosh.
Navy is the only one that still uses faxing. They said, let me guess, you had to fax your documents. I said, yes, I did. Everything was, they emailed me that document. I will fill it out, but I have to fax it back to them. They go, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Every other branch, they do email, like the rest of the world.
Oh,
And I was like, you're kidding me. They said, no. And that faxing thing, it's where things get lost, things don't get
Yeah.
processed, whatever the case
Yeah.
may be, right? And I'm
They don't
like, oh,
care.
exactly. And so, and they said, we got your back. This is BS. Once they heard the whole story, and within 45 days, brother, I had my first, you know, pay in my bank account from DFAS.
And you had to call your congressman, your
Yes,
state congressman, to
yes,
get your well-deserved retired pay.
yes.
That is unbelievable.
And and
They take care of you when you're active duty, boy. But when
yes,
you are retired, oh, oh,
yes.